you're a nurse and you want to take IELTS or PTE for different purposes in Australia, this video is for you. Let's go. This has to be probably one of the toughest comparisons that I have recently made, because sometimes the balance goes towards IELTS or towards PTE. In this case, you will see why it is really balanced and it is a bit hard. It all really depends on your case and your situation. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Emilio. I am an English teacher and I'm also a translator, Spanish translator. So I help students with IELTS and PTE preparation and of course with NATI translations as well. And this is a question that was asked by one of you in the video description. So I hope that this helps you, especially if you are a nurse. This is a bit challenging. When we look at the APRA's requirements, and there are different reasons why a nurse would take a test in Australia, and the challenging bit is that in both exams we have, like for example in IELTS we have the overall 7. The good news on the IELTS side is the 6.5 in writing. I think that this is massive. This is really, really good news. If you're watching this, if you are thinking of doing IELTS, or maybe you have taken IELTS before, then this would probably tilt more towards you. If you have taken IELTS before, or maybe if you feel comfortable, I feel that the 6.5 in writing is so tempting. It makes me want to pick this because a lot of students or most test takers feel comfortable with their speaking, especially with nurses, because nurses are people that in general, just by the nature of what they do in their job and just maybe personality, at least the nurses that I've met, they tend to be very communicative. So for them, the speaking is not too challenging and they tend to be doing okay in the speaking part. Then with listening and reading, these ones, getting a 7 in these ones after some time, it's challenging, don't get me wrong, but it's maybe not that hard compared to some things that they may find difficult here. But then where people struggle the most with IELTS is with 6.5. I've taught many students that get this score. That's why I just look at this and a part of me is like, just say that you should do IELTS. And I want to recommend IELTS because I think this score is very doable, especially if you're someone, as I said, that maybe you feel comfortable in the language, you have taken the test already, or maybe you feel more comfortable with the structure of the IELTS test. This is really, really good news because of this one. With PTE Academic, we have a similar, let's say, situation. But with PTE, I'm actually a bit concerned with one band. Looking at the bright side, listening and reading are at the 59, so these ones are relatively low if you think about it. So PTE is the opposite, where you have 3 a bit high and 1 low. In PTE you have 3 low and 1 that is a bit high. And this is the one that worries me a bit. I'm gonna put a sad face. Not because people cannot get the 76, but I think that maybe for you, taking the PTE test is not impossible. It is just that you need to go into the test knowing that this will take a bit of preparation, because I feel that for IELTS candidates, the challenge is the going from 6.5 to 7 in writing, yeah? So this is like the massive challenge that IELTS learners have. And then when we look at PTE, the challenge that people have usually, sometimes, not everyone of course, I cannot come and tell you and everyone on YouTube, oh yes, everyone struggles with speaking. But a lot of people in PTE, they struggle with speaking, and some candidates, they would be so happy with a 65. This could be because of the recent visa changes. I've had many students telling me, Emilio, I want to get 65 or 60 to 65, right? So the 76 is not impossible, but we're getting closer to the top of the range in terms of the score, and the AI is getting better. People are still trying to trick the exam. So I feel that PTE Academic with a 76, not impossible. I should change this one. Let me just say that the PTE Academic at a speaking of 76 could be a bit challenging. This may mean that a candidate may have to take the test twice, but again, not impossible. And it is also worth knowing and telling you that, as I just told you a minute ago, that nurses are very communicative, also to become a nurse, you probably have to do a lot of reading and you probably feel comfortable with a lot of technical vocabulary, right? Maybe you have done English studies already, so probably you're not coming to the exam without a solid base. Maybe you, as a nurse, maybe you already have good, or let's say solid, grammar, listening and reading skills, so then this doesn't look too bad. If the speaking section in the PTE test is okay for you and you feel comfortable with that one, then I'm tempted to just tilt it more to this side. As always, you know that everything is based on every person. But if I have to come to this video and just generally recommend one, I feel that we could argue that IELTS is it's a little bit more attainable. I think I am so tempted to tell you this because I have seen this score so much. Sometimes I've even seen 7.5s in speaking, sometimes 8 in speaking. But again, it's probably because of the nature of my students. This is not to say that everyone gets that. But with PTE, I have also seen a lot of this, right? The reason why in this video I am telling you that maybe this is more attainable is because you don't have this challenge. And this is very, very, very good news for you. But in telling you that, I am not against PTE, okay? I have taken both exams. I just feel that sometimes PTE could add a lot of stress. The good news is that if you are thinking of PTE, this is not going to add too much stress. It's mainly the speaking section, which is good news. And I have even better news for you. If you are thinking of taking either one of these exams, as I told you, I offer preparation services for both of them. I have both pre-recorded courses, I do live classes, I do one-on-one classes, and I also do natty translations. So if you're watching this and you need a natty translation or test preparation, I have to tell you, get in touch with the link in the description. And now that I'm talking about the description, one more thing. If you're watching this and you have another question about IELTS or PTE, anything to do with test taking in Australia, please ask me in the comment section down below, because this video right here came from you, came from someone watching the video, obviously, and then saying, hey teacher, taka taka ta. So if you have a question, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give it a like, leave me a question if you are unsure of anything when it comes to these two exams. Before we go, I also have to tell you that I have a nurse who recently passed PTE. She joined one of my courses. Her video, her whole story, it's here. She ended up passing PTE and really well. So I'll let you just go and check out her story, because I think that if you're a nurse, maybe this could help you. If not, it will motivate you. Without further ado, I will see you on this video right here. Thank you so much for watching.